Hey everyone, Geekmaster here with, as you can see, yet another pickups video. They should start slowing down now. I've had some trips out, like, bit payday, bit where I've had a couple of weeks off work. And I've just slowly been uploading them, really. But this is near enough the end. There's, I think, maybe one more, maybe two most. But one of them I am looking at doing as part of a series for sales. Otherwise, as you can see, had a big trip out to South London on the 29th of April. I went round to several places, Lewisham, I went to Croydon, up to Clapham Junction, Shepherd's Bush, that kind of way. Yeah, definitely got my money out of my travel card on the train. Went on several trains, the overground, the underground, the DOR, buses, the tram. Definitely got my money's worth there. But also visited several shops. These ranged from CEX to charity shops to cash converters to game shops, really, like independent ones. No actual game stores were involved. In fact, I don't even know if I saw any. Anyway, I've got the items to pick up. There's quite a few of them this time. I'm going to show everything I got that day, but try not to go into too much detail on each of them to keep it not too long. But there's a couple of bits I'm going to hide. One of them I might show. One of them I'm definitely going to keep for another video. But otherwise, we'll get into the video in a sec. First, I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed recently. I really appreciate the support you've all given me. It's really appreciated. So thank you very much. And I hope I can giving you entertainment and content you enjoy. Anyway, let's do this. So, first thing that happened was went to Woolwich, which is pretty much against the south side of the River Thames. They've got the DOR from West Ham. Saw the Excel Centre where I'll be going back in about 4 weeks' time for Comic-Con, so woo. Anyway, cash converters, CX, a few charity shops there. Generally not great. Cash converters had a few games, but they were hidden. Charity shops basically had nothing, most of them. CX, to be honest, was a fail. Although I did pick up, ironically, one game, which is also the one I plan on leaving out for another video. I planned to buy a couple of games there. I've done some research, I had credit, but I got neither of them there. Well, sort of. So, I'll go into one game, which I did pick up from there, but I ended up exchanging the day for a different version. And that game is this one, Pokemon Black for the DS. So, I bought this when it came out, but I had to sell it. It was £55, and I knew they had it in Woolwich, so I went there and bought it. It wasn't until I was on the train out there that I realised the back cover here had been taped up a bit, and the inside bit had gone a bit green, I think with water damage. But as you can see, this one looks pretty mint, and that's because I got to a store later on in Streatham where they had this copy, and I was able to exchange it. They gave me the credit voucher, like refunds, and then used that to pay for this. So, as you can see, it's complete. So happy to have Pokemon Black back in my collection. I've got white and American and Japanese, but I kind of want to get a proper European set, if I'm honest. And that is one of them, and also black and white are seriously underrated, although I do prefer black and white too. So yeah, also gotta love Snivy. And while we're at it, one of the other games I had planned on getting from there, I went to get, and it turns out they had it, but when I found the case, it was the normal version of the game, but the disc was the version I wanted, and they even offered to print off another cover for me. So yeah, kind of didn't want that, so I said no, I'll leave it. Thankfully, only there's one other copy in London, which is why I went to Shepherd's Bush. It was a bit of a round trip, And it's this Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate for the 360. Big Dead or Alive fan, you might know this, you might see my Casimir figure up there. I've got some other games here, like I've got the normal copy of Dead or Alive 5 here. This is what the case they had, but with the disc for this, which obviously I kind of don't want. Yeah, so that was also a credit as part of my Dead or Alive collection, so happy to get that as well. There was one last game I was hoping to buy with credit, and this is also adding to the Pokemon collection alongside Pokemon Black, and as you can tell from the label, it's £35. Pokemon Pearl. Got Shining Pearl, got I think Japanese and American Pearl, and now I've got a European one. Again, complete. Didn't panic, but was like, ooh, when I saw it on the shelf with no manual, but no, thankfully it had it. So got myself another complete version of Pearl. I had one years ago, so I've managed to add 2 of the DS Pokemon titles to my collection. I'm going to do the Pokemon collection video soon, and you will see these again. Also, just want to give a shout out to, firstly, Big Game Al, who's done an awesome Pokemon video not too long ago. I'll share that. And also to the 2 members of staff at CEX in Streatham and Clapham Junction, where I got this, who were very helpful in finding the bits for these and making sure they were in really good condition. So I just want to say thank you for that. Okay. So that deals with all the credit stuff. I didn't actually intend to spend that much that day. It's about 100 quid and all, but that also included about 20 quid on food, 20 quid on travel, and about another 5 on drinks because the fair was quite hot and I was quite thirsty that day. So it worked out about 50 quid I spent on games. So really happy with that. And even then, most of that was on the one game I'm holding off. So yeah. Otherwise, we bought mostly games. There was a couple of non-game bits. There was something else I hoped to buy, which was a series of Star Wars Clone Wars, but one of the discs was missing. And unfortunately not the special features disc, otherwise I probably would have had it. So let's go into some of the other stuff we got. One of the last places we went was, well, I went, was to Tooting, which is towards the southern end of the Northern Line. There's CEX there, which is where actually that Star Wars series was. But there's also a game shop literally down the road called Crazy Thumbs. I've had it recommended to me by my mate beforehand, and I actually saw a video by John Biggs talking about that shop yesterday. And funnily enough, I actually, while watching it, spotted a couple of items which I purchased. So, as in, I actually bought them specific ones, I'm pretty sure. So, I spent £5 in there, and the first item is one I didn't see actually, but it's this Star Wars Episode 1 Insider's Guide. It's got Qui-Gon, which automatically makes it cool, and of course, it was favourite Jar Jar Binks. And it was 99p. And it's actually got 2 discs. There's disc 1 with Feed, the capital of Naboo, and disc 2, which also features Feed, the capital of Naboo. They have different things on them. So disc 1 has the characters, technology, vehicles, locations, etc. And disc 2 has the saga and behind the scenes, etc. I like my Star Wars, in case you haven't guessed already. So I just saw it for a quick, thought that's quite a cool thing to have. So I bought that. And the 2 other things I bought from there aren't games either, but are for the PSP. So the first one is a Bond film. Well, it's not enough. Always looking to these to my PSP UMD collections. I can watch them on the go. Got a couple now. I think I've got this, Octopussy, Casino Royale, and Quantum of Solace. Looking to get the whole set. I know GoldenEye is on there, which is the one I really want. There's the UMD. And this one, I didn't even spot at first. I saw 2 Worlds Not Enough, grabbed one, looked at the edition, weren't happy, grabbed the second one. Saw this afterwards. I don't know how I missed it the first time because it's right next to them. And it's this. Episodes 1 to 3 of Thunderbirds. for the 40th anniversary. So that would have been from about 2004-5 time. But it's got the first 3 episodes. So Trapped in the Sky, Pit of Peril, and City on Fire. Oh no. Oh, okay. What am I talking about? It's got the Perils of Penelope, which isn't episode 3. But there you go. By the way, still cool. And it was actually these items I saw in John Riggs' video. Notably this one, because there's only one. And although it could be the same one, it could be a different one. I think that's unlikely, because I know he was there recently. But it was like, I bought that. I actually grabbed one more item for the PSP that day, which was in Streatham, which again had cash converters, which was terrible, by the way. CX and quite a few charity shops. Charity shops as a whole on the day, to be honest, were rubbish. And I don't just mean they just FIFA. A lot of them had nothing, and I mean nothing. Not even DVDs in some cases. And the games they had, well, sometimes they're FIFA, but I didn't see many. I just didn't see much of anything, to be honest. But yeah, this shop, I've seen a few of them around London actually, sort of like game phone shops. Kind of like a smaller kind of version of cash converters, I guess. It's where one of them is where I bought my US exclusive basketball game to the 64, which I shared previously, which was in Hackney. This one's as I said in Streatham, and it's for £1, and it was Buzz Brainbender. So it's another Buzz game to add to the PSP. It does have its manual though, so that's quite cool. But I think this is £4 in CX, so happy to pay £1. But I like my quiz games, so yeah. Probably do a Buzz collection video actually, that'd be quite cool. Also, shifting around, I said this not in any order, it's just whatever order I've got them in. I also went to Croydon, as I mentioned. One road, there was a game shop. What else? An independent game shop, CX and cash converters, pretty much within 100 minutes or so of each other. And in the CX, they didn't have much, but I did grab a couple of games for £4 between them. You may have seen recently, I asked for ideas for PS3 games, like preferably either ones that are cheap, exclusives, and or work best on PS3. I had a couple of suggestions, so I'll look into them. But one is cheap, and I already had the third one, so we've got Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2 for, as you can see, £4. Haven't played any of them yet. I intend to, but for £4, I think I paid about £5, £6 most for the whole set. All 3. I'm really happy with that, and it gives me some more PS3 exclusives. So, have to give them a go soon. And if I like them, who knows? I might even watch the movie that came out. Ah, right, okay, yeah. We'll come to them later. There's actually a couple of games I bought yesterday from my local retro shop, so I might throw them in at the end. 2 more games I bought that day, I think from different places this time, but I can't think where, was for the 360, and it was Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, which cost me £4.50 between them. I know my cousin had this, played it, I watched him play it. It looked alright actually. I'm sure it's had some criticism, but the thing is, I've not really been much into Final Fantasy, but it's something I wouldn't mind giving another go. I'm looking to broaden my horizon of gaming in terms of franchises, genres, etc. That's why I bought them horror games for the Dreamcast and GameCube. Recently, the Resident Evil ones. So I thought, you know what, I can get 1 and 2 pretty cheap. Let's go for it. I've got a bit of space for some 360 games now anyway. And depending on how they go, I might even look into getting Lightning Returns, although I know that one's a bit more. But, yeah. Unfortunately, they gave me the Classics discs for the first one, but they're pretty mint, so I'll take that. And there's the second one. And I nearly dropped it. Let's see. Oh, yes. I mentioned the shop in Game Shop by CX in Croydon. and it's called Game On. And this is what I bought for £2, SingStar coin, which is awesome, and it'll work. But considering it's in a game shop, I'm a bit disappointed by the condition of the disc. But I said it does work. It is complete though, and it's one I wanted a long time ago, but never found. So I'm happy to get that. Can always get it cleaned if I really want to give it a full go. But it's just a bit disappointing if I'm honest. Ooh. No, I'm green. You may also notice that's the label for Game On. Where is it? And that's the label for Bring Bender from Game Galaxy. So I don't know if they're just a chain, a split up, or what. But I said that was a Stratum, that's Croydon, very similar labels. Okay, we got a couple more from the actual day out. This was the very last game I bought at the CX in Clapham Junction, straight after I bought Pearl. Paid £4 for it, and it's WarioWare Smooth Moves for the Wii. Played some WarioWare games, they can be quite fun. Not something I can do for too long, but generally I think they can be quite good for a few minutes here and there sort of thing. And as I said, I want to broaden my horizons, get some more cool games for the Wii, especially the bit bigger ones if I'm honest. So I thought WarioWare, why not? Let's give it a go. And as you can see, complete. Okay. Yes. So this was actually a game I did pick up at Woolwich. I totally forgot about it. And it's another Wii game. As I said, it's a bit all over the place. But it just freshens things up, I think. It is a game I've actually been after for a while, so happy to find out they had it for £2. It's not the greatest game, I'm sure, but I've got the DS version, and I kind of like my game showy-ish games. So, Hell's Kitchen, and now I can have Gordon Ramsay just staring up at you like this. Yeah, anyway. Oh, and there's Virtual Gordon for comparison. They've really caught the wrinkles. So, yeah. £2, it's complete. Happy to have it if I'm honest. Okay, so we bought one game from Cash Converters, one game from a charity shop, which considering the amount of charity shops I saw is disappointing. And I saw about 4 or 5 Cash Converters. I mean, one of them had the games behind the till, so you couldn't really see what they had. And the staff there, I have to be honest, were kind of like very suspicious of me just trying to actually see what they had. So Cash Converters in South London, not looking good so far. And to be honest, same with the charity shops. Plenty there, just nothing there though. But this is a game I saw in a local CX, forgot to grab it. They had it in a South London CX, but I would have had to make a detour. It's not one I went to, so I was happy to grab this, and it's actually in pretty good condition. It's £1, so it's 50p more than a charity shop, but I'll take that. And it's Trivial Pursuit Unhinged. So I think I got a Trivial Pursuit recently. I can't remember if I shared it or not. Maybe. But it's one I've wanted for a little while now since I found out about it. Although I did find out that my partner has it before I went, but I've wanted my own copy. So yeah, £1, it's complete, pretty good condition, quite a cool disc actually. So yeah, Trivial Pursuit Unhinged. As you can see, we've got quite a wide range of consoles here. The one Cash Converters game, which again I'm a bit disappointed with, is Wii Play for the Wii. I've got the original, so I thought, you know, I'll buy this. It's £1.50, a bit cheaper than CX. Asked them to let me have a look at this. They wouldn't let me look properly at this, but held it like that. From what I saw, it looked alright, but I actually haven't seen it close in person. It looks a bit iffy. If not, it's a cheap game, so I can get another one cheap enough, but weren't really helpful in letting me have a look to judge what sort of condition it was in. So again, as I said, Cash Converters, not impressed with South London. There may well be good ones out there though, and other charity shops which are amazing. And if so, hopefully I'll visit them soon. But yeah, we play. But it has a nice manual, so give them that. And okay, so there's 2 games left from that hunt. One of them I'm going to keep for another video, but I'll show one now. And the one I'm going to share is from where I bought SingStar Queen from. It's the other game I bought, so I paid £7 there. And it is FIFA 99 for the Nintendo 64. An American one. So it's another game to add to my American 64 collection, which is why I bought it. Also, I'm kind of cutting down my FIFA collection quite a lot. I'm going to stick it to quirky ones, like weird systems, Engage, even Gizmondo. And I saw FIFA for the Gizmondo in the Crazy Farm shop in Croydon and Tooting. I was tempted to see how much it was, but I suspect a bit lot, so I left it. Or just random ones. I've got a Japanese exclusive one, for example. Or, more than anything, retro. So I'm talking like PS1, 64 and earlier. That's more what I'm focusing my collection on now. But £5 for an American FIFA 99. Shame he's got Dennis Bergkamp rather than a United player on it. But still, I'll take it for £5. And the one game I'm holding off is another game I did pick up when I was out for the 64 collection. But I'm going to share that with the other games I've got to show. And the game I was also hoping would come through the post never came. So, damn you, Royal Mail. We're at the 20-odd minute mark now, so I want to wrap this up. But I'm going to quickly share 2 more games I bought. But these are ones I bought yesterday from my local retro game shop. And they are Broken Sword Sleeping Dragons. So I think it's Broken Sword 3 for the Xbox. This was £4, I think. Never played Broken Sword game. I've got a couple of cheap ones, like collection ones for PC, and Broken Sword 5 on Switch because it was cheap. So I thought I'd try this one as well. Actually get around to maybe playing one. And I did that because my partner's into Broken Sword, so I thought, what the hell, I'll give it a go. I just haven't done it yet. And been looking for something different to play, so I grabbed Tomb Raider for the 360 for, as you can see, £3. Heard good things about this one, so can't wait to give it a go. And if it's any good, I'll probably look into getting the Rise and Shadow games as well. But yeah, so it looks a lot of games, and to be fair, it is. But in terms of overall spend on games, not much over £50. So I'm actually really happy with that. I'm not really planning on buying many more for the next few weeks because I've had a day out over Easter. I had obviously this trip out, bought a couple of bits at the retro shop, and then just under 4 weeks' time, I'm going to Comic Con. So I'm keeping my money for that. So it should be a pickup then as well. But these are the games I've picked up over the weekend just been. Is there anything there that you like the look of, you play, and think in relation to these you think I should look out for? Anywhere in particular in South London you think I should go? Yeah, I'm happy with the games I bought. Bit disappointed they were cash converted from the charity shops, but happy to add Pokemon Black and Pearl and the Dead or Alive game to my collections, if nothing else. And it's always neat to get an American 64 game as well. So yeah, but all I'll say is thank you for watching, putting up with me for nearly 25 minutes. I don't know how you've done it. I don't know how I've done it either. And keep an eye out because next episode Cake Master will be live later tonight after this is uploaded. So yeah, coming soon. More cake. Anyway, I've been the Geek Master. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. May the geek be with you always.